Welcome back to my channel. Sorry for not uploading in a few days. I've been writing the script for this part of the part 2 of what if they could late nagan's quick. So let's continue where we last left off. As we get to see Inko get thrown to our house, she said to Misiki to take Ijuku and Bakugo away. As then a man, aka All for One, then comes. So let's continue from where we last. Nope, that was that. I cannot accidentally repeat myself. Inka would look up to see a man wearing the suit. As he was saying that, oh, how relatable. Inko Midoriya. You're as weak as your mother. Don't you dare talk about her. Inka would then say as he pulls out multiple of the rubbers, making a spear, throwing it at All for One. All for One just catches the spear and then breaks it. Weak as your mother. Nothing like your sister. Inko would then be pissed, saying that, don't you even call her. As he then starts to form more spears, started throwing that with All for One. All for One easily dodged him. Then he shoots an air cannon at Inko. Couldn't get sent flying down to the ground, as All for One then immediately goes. Purple flame starts to surround his hands as he then sets it to the ground. Inko would then pull a rock to her, protecting herself from the. But before that rock is then punched by All for One. One then grabs Inko's neck and then slams her down to the ground. Ah! Inko then screams. Hold on a minute. Oh, how delightful is this? All for One then laughs. You know, you're pretty pathetic for a hero. I face stronger ones than you. Then says, shut up! Before she even starts to levitate All for One. Interesting. I guess you have been training your quirk. As says this, we then finger flipped her, sending her 50 feet away. As All for One then zooms to her, teleports in front of her, grabbing her hair before slamming it down. Blood then starts to come out of her. As he would then punch her straight in the guts. Enough to make blood come out of her mouth. All for One then kicks her in the face. And she then slam in the hand. Meanwhile, Mitsuki is running with Bakugo and Midoriya. Midoriya says, I need to help my mom. No, you cannot. We need to run. Mitsuki would then shove them into the car as she then starts to leave the car. But stopping her. She turns around and sees All for One there. All for One would then grab Mitsuki's neck before throwing her away. You're useless. Mom! Bakugo would then scream as he then starts shooting an explosion at All for One's face. All for One would then grab Bakugo's hand before, let's just say, he crushes them. Bakugo would then scream as All for One then just eats the child. As All for One then grabs Midoriya's head. Interesting. All this fighting was for nothing. I just came here for the kid. You know, all of this could have been avoided if I just had your aunt's quirk. Nothing, to be honest. As All for One, red crimson lightning then starts to come out of his hand, as he then starts to try to suck out Midoriya's quirk. But before he can, a massive burst of fire then comes. I come to my house and see this. Not what I expected. A familiar but different voice comes. As All for One then says, Shit! Who the hell are you? Number 12 hero, Flame Breath. So you returned from America. What convenient timing. Sassy wouldn't take a chance. All for One. I've heard a lot about you. Prince of Darkness, the manipulator of chaos, the destruction bringer. You know so much. All for One would then say. As he then shoots multiple air cannons at Sassy. Sassy would dodge, making fire in his hand and then climb and then shooting them out. What? All for One would be confused as he then dodged them. But your quirk is fire breath. I know. I guess training in America does help. Sassy then takes a deep breath before shooting out an enormous fire, going to All for One. All for One is water creation, Aqua Blast. As a ginormous water ball gets shoot to Sassy's fire, stemming it out. As Sassy then thinks, as I planned, Sassy would then throw a knife at All-For-One. All-For-One would then grab it, saying that, what is this? Sassy would then, as All-For-One then sees that Sassy's not there, as he would then turn around getting a stab, and then he will get a place for the fire whip. All-For-One would then scream as he then covered and he hold his face, saying that, fuck! As he then turns around to see her Sassy grinning. All-For-One's face would then start to heal, saying that, that's it, you're going down. As Red, as he sends out tentacles. What am I talking about? Hold on a minute. So I just learned the quirk's name and I kind of forgot about it. And yes, even though I wrote a script, I forgot about it. I wrote tentacle there. So he uses quirk force for activation on Sassy. Why does he do this? As Sassy then gets stabbed. Activation. All-For-One then says that Sassy then shoots out the highest rock on his face as he can, burning his, respiratory system. Sassy would then fall down, dead. Dad! Dad would then scream, Dad! 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 As All-For-One then starts to walk. You know, I should have done this from the beginning. As All-For-One, as crimson lightning starts to come, as a Hypnon forms the lightning in his hand. You know what? I can track down your aunt. So who cares? As he can shoot out a ginormous bolt of lightning. But before he hits, he sees Midoriya pulled by a still breathing Inko. You're not touching my son. Let's go back 5 minutes. After All-For-One was fighting Sassy, Inko gets up, badly damaged, bruised. As we get to see multiple rocks in some of her parts of her body. Blood will start to drip from her left hand that seems to be crushed. As Inko then pulls out her phone, she then contacts someone. As we get to see a ringing happen. As someone picks up the phone. All Might here, Toshinori, need your help. Inko, what is this about? It's All-For-One. I will be there, All Might then says. Now, as Inko then starts to hurry moving to Midoriya, hoping that it's okay. As he arrives there, he just sees All-For-One force activating Sassy's quirk, and then him dying. Inko wouldn't scream, but also she sees All-For-One forming as red lightning straight down to Midoriya. She saves him. All-For-One then says, how annoying, you're still alive. And she then forms an air cannon, shooting it at her. Inko then makes a wall of smaller rocks combined into a bigger one, blocking All-For-One's head and an air cannon. As it will burst, she will go around before All-For-One teleports right in front of her. He then grabs her by the neck and then he says, Sayonara, Inko Midoriya, and then he snaps her neck. He then falls her lifeless body to the ground. As he then says, finally, no more interruptions. All-For-One then says, as he says that he then gets a massive fist square down. As All Might then goes, I'm not letting you hurt anyone. All Might then says, oh, Toshinori, nice to meet you. All-For-One would then say, how interesting is this? You came here. Let's begin this. All-For-One then starts to going straight at All Might. All Might then go blitzed. And the scene then turns into white. As we skip 5 hours. Listen up, I'm not doing an All Might versus All-For-One. Maybe I will do it, maybe I will not in the future. But for now, just know that something happened. As all my insists to get up. How am I even alive? All my gets up as he sees blood all around him. As he seems awful one, there seems to be multiple shots into his gunshots. He sees his left arm and leg completely ripped up, with a chunk of his neck completely gone. All Might's like, did I do this? What happened? As he says this, he turns around to see a ginormous mecha. But this is different. It looks like this mecha is made out of guns and, machineries. What even is that? As he then turns around, shooting at All Might. All Might would dodge the mecha's bullets and guns. As cannon then comes out of his hand, starts shooting at him. What is this? All Might would wonder. He then jumps up, starts to punch it, breaking it. But as he does, it just reforms back into his hand before slamming All Might down. All Might then screams. What happened? All Might then used a destroyed smash at it, breaking the mecha into pieces. As the mecha then breaks into pieces, comes out Izuki Midoriya. All Might would then grab Midoriya. He then says, "Hey kid, you okay? You okay?" All Might then says. But then he looks at a mecha and sees something. A gun and a bullet that looks as the same size if someone took a chunk out of Awful One's neck. All Might would then see, check Awful One's pulse and heartbeat, saying that it's confirmed, he's dead. What happened here? All Might starts to remember. Midway to his fight with Awful One starts taunting Midoriya and All Might. Oh, All Might, what would your mentor think about this? You're weak. You could not even protect your friend. You were slow. Awful One, that kid. He has a powerful quirk, they say, huh? Oh, what useless quirk does he have? He didn't even use it against me. You know, he could have saved his parents' life if he just did it. Awful One didn't just chuckle as he didn't shoot on multiple air cannons. Midoriya would then say, "I'm not weak." Midoriya would then scream, and Awful One would then look at him saying that, "Are you really, kid? Let's think about this practice. You're scared. You could even save your friends. And what makes you think you can defeat me?" "I'm not weak!" Midoriya would then scream out as machinery then starts to form from his back. What? As metal then starts to cover his body as his right arm and left arm becomes cannon. As he then starts to grow into a mecha form. And Awful One then says, "This is unique." As he says, a ginormous beam of laser comes out of Midoriya's right arm. As Awful One would dodge, as he gets entire right arm almost gets obliterated. It's like it's ripped apart of some kind. He then gets shoot multiple times as All Might says, "What?" As Midoriya would then look at All Might, as he then says, "Must kill everyone that is not me!" Shooting at All Might, blasting it to one of his stomachs, hitting multiple of his organs as he gets slammed and knocked out. Blood would then start to come out of him. As Awful One would then say, "What the hell is this?" As multiple cannons then start to shoot at Awful One. Awful One would try to dodge them, but as his left legs and get obliterated. He then gets slammed multiple times by a fistful. Multiple fists come out of Midoriya's body that were made from smaller guns, trying to obliterate Awful One. Awful One would then get smashed multiple times to the ground. 1, 2, 3. As then his arms then turn into multiple machine guns, start rapidly firing at Awful One. Awful One's body would be blown at her, but those will then soon quickly be healed. As he then slashes him apart, sending him flying, breaking his back. Awful One would then try to get up with whatever strength he had left, but as he does, boom, a laser then goes making a chunk of his neck. For some odd reason, this laser was so potent enough to destroy whatever sense of his brain he had. Hey, no matter how much regeneration quirk you may have, there's no way you're surviving from a destruction of the brain. A zombie one then lies there, dead. As Midoriya would then start to walk, destroying everything around him. But he's walking really slowly, like he couldn't handle this. End of flashback. All my good think this kid is way more powerful than I thought it would. And I'm gonna wrap it up here. How did you like the script? More importantly, what is going to happen to Midoriya? Who is Midoriya's aunt? And it may be someone necessary. Who is her incarnate mother of one was talking about? All these answers may be answered in the next part, or it may not.